Uh,
Ayan,
okay.
nagsalita na.
Hi, welcome to our first mentoring session with our 001 of the Philippine team. We are so grateful and delighted that you are all here today. And we thank our Executive Director, Frank Tan, for giving us his time because I know he's a very busy person. And, it's really, we are so grateful that he will share with us his secrets, ika nga. And I would like you to really enjoy your time with us today. And if you have questions, towards the end, we can just chat and we can just chat and share our questions to him. So whatever you have in mind right now, you can write it in the chat room. Okay. So again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first mentoring session. Take it away, Executive Director Frank Tan.
Hello, good morning from Manila. Okay. First of all, I'd like to encourage you all to just butt in. Normally kasi pag mga Zoom and webinars or live face-to-face, hindi maka-butt in, hindi makapasok yung gustong may tatanong. Sometimes they just lose the question that they have in mind, and sayang naman yon. So what I'm doing actually with my Zooms na katulad ng ganito, yung hindi product presentation o hindi business presentation, to hindi yung sharing or mentoring, is that I encourage you all to just click away and say something, butt in lang kayo, because I cannot think, talk, and look at the chat box all at the same time. Sayang naman. So what I'm going to do here is a different approach para tayong coffee table talk, as if nagkikita tayo sa isang coffee shop when everybody can just participate and interrupt. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, to interrupt. No? Sa akin kasi hindi bastos yun. It is an accepted practice because that's the best way to learn when it's interactive, and that's how I also do it with other groups. Okay, before I begin, just extend a welcome remark and thank you for inviting me. No, it's not true. I'm not busy. Hindi ako busy. Akala lang yan ni Jati na busy ako, because I am 24/7 into the business, meaning to say hindi ako natutulog, but I breathe what I do, I preach what I teach. So pag may naisip ako, I post away on social media and share away. Ganun lang. That's practically how I did it, even in my previous life when I was still in financials. Okay, so how many of you are meeting me, or am I meeting for the first time? Ilan sila? Yung ngayon ko lang, kasi parang may konting familiar names dito, but most of the names here, hindi ko pa maalala. I remember Beth Lim and Lina. I see the name of Grace also once in a while, and Pamela. But this name na Aida and Anjanette and Hilda, ngayon ko lang nakita. So
Anjanette is the beautiful daughter of Manager Marialina. And then I think Aida is from Manila. Are you from Manila, Miss Aida?
I know, from Cainta po.
Dito rin, NCR pa rin, ano? NCR.
Ay, opo. Yes po. First time po ako makamit sa'yo.
Ay, nice to meet you too, kahit virtual lang. Okay ha? So
yes,
hopefully
po,
everybody is doing very well here sa ating negosyo at saka sa real life. Sana tayo lahat ay nananatiling safe at malusog. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. This is usually hindi ko to pinapakita because I try to avoid yung mga screenshots, kasi pagka nag-i-screenshot hindi na naririnig yung message, and but I'm gonna share it now anyway because it's going to be recorded. So can you see my screen now?
Yes
po.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah. Okay, one thing, no, please do not call me sir, just call me Frank. Hindi ako big on entitlement. Okay. So the objective of this meetup today, this virtual meetup, is to simplify and fact-finding. How do we know sino ba yung kausap natin? Because, the most important thing in the world for people who we talk to, whom we usually address as as prospects is that these people are the ones we are trying to transfer our emotions or our experiences to. Gusto natin yung ating na-discover, gusto rin natin i-share sa kanila. That's very, very normal or very popular in all social media, especially in Facebook. That's why there's a share or tag or forward options there because we want to transfer or share information. Basically, that is in itself network marketing. Yung ano kasi network marketing has a very negative stigma attached to it. Inisip nila scam daw ang network marketing when in fact network marketing it's very easy to understand. Network marketing is only 2 words, no? So hihimayin lang natin. Network means sino ba yung iyong inner circle, sino ba yung iyong mga kaibigan, who do you talk to, who do you know, and after that there's a follow-up. Who do you know? Who knows people you don't know? And who knows people furthermore down the line, different degrees away na hindi mo kilala. That's what you call a network. Marketing is simply another word for distribution, for franchise. Banks call it branches or restaurants call it branches, offices. No? That's why when you go to Bench or Jollibee, tingnan nyo yung dingding nila. May nakalagay doon ng mga countries, Hong Kong, Dubai, California. They're not saying anything, but when you read it, you understand that those countries were placed there for you to see so that you would understand that they are also in those countries, meaning to say they're flexing their muscles na sila ay nandun dun sa ganung market. So pinapakita nila na extensive ang network nila. In fact, to the wealthy people, not rich people, wealthy people. Wealthy people are people who make money work for them, make their assets work for them. To the wealthy people, network is a very powerful word. For the poor, it is a very frightening word because they are always bounded by limitations, thinking wala akong kilala, mahirap lang ako. And walang nagsabi sa kanila niya kung hindi yan ang kanilang self-limiting beliefs. And for us to achieve big, we have to dream big, we have to think big, and we have to do big. So the objective is to find out what these people have been through, ano ang kanilang kwento, nasaan sila sa timeline nila, what are they looking for, because the most important person to our prospects, our friends, is themselves. They don't care about how good our products is, they don't care about who we are or how much we're making. Sila ang importante, what's in it for them. Okay, so number 2 is to elevate prospects' perception of distributor as a consultant, credible, not a salesperson. Ito, very important dito kung ano yung sinasabi natin, yung first impression, how do we approach, yung icebreaker, paano ka mag-open up sa isang tao. Because first impressions usually end in the first 8 seconds. So the first thing that comes out of your mouth, kompleto rekado siya, how you look, and how your intonation and your delivery ng pagsasabi mo ng opening line mo, it matters a lot. Kasi doon pa lang, lalo na kung medyo may edad na yung tao, parang sabihin nila sa sarili nila na, oh, I've seen it all. So pag nakita nila o narinig nila yung ganong klaseng tao, somehow agad sabihin, parang ganun lang din yung tao. And tayo naman, game na game tayo magsalita, pero hindi natin alam, right there and then, sarado na yung yung kanilang painga for us. So we want to make a good first impression. So we want to do mga hooks, no? Yung mga attention grabbers. That's why if you notice, pagpunta mo pag nagda-drive ka at may mga dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? May mga nagbebenta noon ng mga dyaryo. Ang mga tabloids usually they're very good in selling their
Frank, excuse me, Frank. May mga papasok, sinong pwedeng mag-accept? Can you make
because you're a co-host.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you just make Anjanette your co-host now? Mas tateki siya eh. Si Anjanette na lang gawin mong co-host, please. Anjanette, kindly assist. Kasi may mga papasok na.
Ayan, nakita ko sila. Okay, anyway, Anjanette. Okay, here.
Okay. Sige,
I'll make you, ayan. You have, okay. Okay na?
Okay,
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we want to elevate prospects' perception of distributor, no? Tayong mga distributor, in short, we are also franchisors ng Lifeway business, no? Because we have access to the products, we have access to be paid. So therefore, we are partners of Lifeway, no? So we are distributors or franchisors. Iba-iba lang naman yung terms na yan eh. Yung iba tawag nilang networker. So pag networker, medyo mababa ang dating, di ba? So sabihin mo, I'm a franchisor of Lifeway. It matters what you say eh. Importante doon yung terms na ginagamit mo because it elevates or de-escalate, no? Yung pinapababa mo ang tingin ng tao sa iyo. So we want people to look at us as a consultant, not a salesperson. So it's the way and the things that we talk about. We ask the right questions so we get the right answers. So therefore, we can help the person the way they want to be reached out to. Now, to systemize duplication via template of asking the right questions. So this recorded webinar intends to give a template, no? Isang pathway or lighted path para naman masundan natin how the flow should be, not really should be, but usually would work. So it depends on every person naman, no? Kasi some people have different preferences as far as the way they talk and the language that they deliver. Don't sound like you are a altogether different person when you approach people kasi masisense nila na parang something is fishy here. And instead of hearing your message, they would judge you na siguro meron tong hidden agenda. We don't want that. So we want them to hear the message. So we instill confidence in each distributor to make it easier for everybody to mobilize and also gain confidence wherein the prospect feels valued. No? We want them to experience us, whether they buy or not buy, whether they delay or ignore, it doesn't really matter. Because after all, what we do for them is all about them. So umpisa ganun talaga, it's all about them. So we are just like the messenger, right? So pag messenger, iniiwan mo lang yung sobre, iniiwan mo lang yung message, alis ka na. Now, some people like priests or pastors, they are the messengers to deliver the good word of the gospel. And it's really up to us whether we take it or not, use it or don't apply it at all. So in general, we talk less and listen more. That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And the pair of ears are above the mouth. So this meeting, remember, is all about the person we talk to. It's not to tell them how good our products are, how fantastic our compensation plan is, how super David Smith is, or how good we are, or how much we're making. We want to talk less and listen more to them. After all, yung kailangan natin, nasa sa kanila, yung sale. No? The sale represents a yes. And we are in the business not of presenting lang, not a numbers game, but we are in the business of collecting yeses. No? Pag walang yes, walang sign up, wala rin tayong income, wala rin tayong natulungan. So we lead by asking the correct questions, which will help us determine the products that they need, the package that is suitable for them, yung kaya lang nila, wag din natin sila i-oversell, that they will feel that they have a, yung buyer's remorse na ay naku, ba't ba ako nakabili ng gano'n kasi ikaw pinilit mo ako o parang na-hypnotize mo ako, nabili ako ng hindi ko naman kailangan or napakarami naman nabili ko. Sana pwede palang ganon. No? So we try to avoid these kinds of conflicts. And of course, the actions that we expect kasi people are pre-wired. Sino naman ang taong tatanungin mo na gusto mo bang mahaba buhay mo? Gusto mo ba kasama mo lagi pamilya mo? Gusto mo ba mas maraming pera? I try to veer away. Can we mute first kung wala naman magtatanong? Kasi narinig ko yung mga coughs and bumps. And, can we please mute them first? Yeah, thank you. Ayun, no? Those are distractions. It's hard. Can we mute them first, please? Oh, okay. Sige, silent na. Okay, so people are pre-wired, no? Alam naman natin kung anong gusto na nila kasi yun din ang gusto natin. And it would be a waste of time, and it also would be a waste of first impression. It would be a waste of time. It would also be a waste of their first impression of us if we ask the same questions that they've been asked of previously by other companies or advertisements or commercials. Lahat naman yan. Do you want to get rid of pain? Do you want more money? Do you want more financial freedom? I mean, these are all packaged the same way. People would like to buy from people they know, people they can trust, and people who have an X factor. Of course, alam na natin anong X factor natin, no? X39. Now, the word listen is equivalent to the word silent. Same number of letters and same set of letters. So we are the messengers, not the message. We are here to listen. You go to a doctor because you want the doctor to listen to you kung ano ang nararamdaman mo, and what is your discomfort, anong history mo, tinatanong ka ng doktor. It's not the doctor giving you a medical class lecture and tell you use this medicine without even asking you enough questions, and you feel like you've been cheated out. Paglabas mo ng doctor's room, hindi man lang ako tinanong, ni-lecture lang ako ng doctor. It's a different experience when you hear a doctor or experience a doctor that cares and wants to make you well. Diba? And in doing so, they have to listen and ask you the correct questions for the proper diagnosis. Same lang to. So when you speak, be clear, be brief, confident, not arrogant. Poise tayo, no? Para feeling nila alam mo yung sinasabi mo, hindi yung medyo kakaba-kaba, hindi ka sigurado. And learn to pause, no? Learn when to keep quiet. Isang tanong, isang sagot. Sana nga isang tanong, dalawang sagot. Mas maganda yon, so that they will be the bida of our encounter. So when you ask questions which will make prospects think, we want them to think. We don't want them to answer lang, yes, no. Masaya ka ba? Yes. Bakit ka masaya? Hindi na answerable yan by yes. No? They have to say something to convey why they feel happy. And in return, ikaw naman makikinig ka and you get an impression and you get the facts right that this person is this way, he thinks this way, ganito yung set of words niya, and this is how I'm gonna approach that person moving forward. So you avoid sounding like a lecturer, sound like a consultant. How? We ask the right questions so they would return or reply with another question that we expect them to ask. Make it a relaxed atmosphere, and that's what I'm trying to achieve today with you, is to have a coffee table talk experience where the dialogue shifts to what the prospect needs and not all about who I am and what I've done for this company, but it's all about helping all of you to also benefit from what I've learned through the years. So practice makes perfect. And when you do that, you become a master. And when you master the skills to build, the needs to wants. So gusto lang nila ng ganitong let's say number of days na kasi lang afford nila. But they understand that 3 months and over 3 months usually is where the benefits compound more and achieve more. And so they want to do an upgrade, no? So I just need to try this out for, let's say, a month, yung products natin, yung technology natin. But I want to really try it beyond 3 months because I've also seen people giving feedbacks or testimonials na 1 year. I also want to be there. Hindi lang yung need. So when you master the skills that builds needs to wants, that is where the big business lies, and the sustainability as well of the experiences of your friends as well as the strangers that you meet along the way. So importante is connecting. When you ask the right questions, of course, you get the right answers. The power of questions. Everything lies in the questions. It starts off with conversations. How are you doing today? Where are you from? What do you do? What occupies your time during your free time, if any? Are you happy? So mga ganyan. These are usual conversations you can develop with somebody you meet for the first time or a complete strangers at that. Then this conversation leads to relationships. One way of leading to relationships is finding something in common. Oh, you like baking? Oh, I like baking too. Oh, you went to this school? Oh, yeah, I was on the other school across your street. Oh, you know this person also. Yung ganon, yung kaibigan na ganon. You find something common. Yung commonality na yan will lead to people liking each other better and hasten the process of the trust. No? So then, magkakaroon na tayo ng relationship, ang kapanatagan loob na. And then from then on, it leads to opportunities. If people like you, they ask for your number, they friend request you, or they want to meet you again. So they talk about you. Oh, that guy that I met, oh, he's so good. Your friend is so good. Ganyan, ganyan. And now people grow that inner circle to a bigger circle. No, yung dating outer circle mo now forms a part of your inner circle. Kumbaga sa mga buildings, it's called nag-annex na tayo ng network. And it leads now to opportunities because you have the numbers also where you can work your magic. So opportunities, of course, leads to revenues. Pagka mayroong makikinig sa'yo, may pag-asang may magsusubok ng products natin na mag-tell din sa ibang tao na, oh, it worked for them too. Because we don't know everybody in this world, right? So we need people who knows people who knows people. And when you have people listening to you, there will be more people listening to you in the future. Like what's happening now, I'm meeting some of you for the first time. And all of you, practically, I haven't met in person. But the beauty of network marketing is it happened because Jati was the bridge that led to all of you and myself meeting here virtually today. And even Jati was somebody I didn't know. And we met somewhere in time. And ganun lang naman yun, di ba? When we came to this world, we don't even know who our parents are. But today, we have so many friends. Avoid arguing. Sayang oras, sayang din yung yung effort kasi walang mangyayari. But master the skill of listening. Ito yung sinasabi na you may win the war, but you lose the battle. So choose your battles. Always achieve trust, to have people trust you, to attract people, not in a way na hindi maganda. No? You attract na people like you. Ganon. And of course, like. And then, people would like to know you. When people trust, are attracted to you, they like you, they want to know you, these are the reasons why people buy from you. If you watch that movie by Mel Gibson, yung nagkaroon siya ng power, nagkaroon siya ng ganong klaseng experience, temporary experience na nakikita niya o naririnig niya yung mga gusto ng mga kababaihan. He was working for this store, no, department store na hindi nila alam paano palalakasin yung business. Pero naririnig niya yung mga subconscious thoughts ng mga babae. So alam na niya kung ano yung gusto ng mga babae niya. And therefore, they were able to make a very big business out of it. So it's what people want that really matters. It's not what we want. What we want comes last. We work so we get what we want. When we work, we master the skills because we want to help people. When we do that, then it's a win-win situation. So the approach is the first impression or the icebreaker. Do you know what happens to our bodies when we go under the sun? Have you ever had a suntan? So these are questions we can use in our applicable to our Lifeway business. So ito tinitailor make ko na to for us, no? So these are some of the ideas that you can ask them. So kasi ito, obviously we want to tackle on the science of biophotomodulation or phototherapy, which is of course the medium or mechanism of action of our technology. Notice that I don't use the product or patches quite often and refer to it as technology because it is technology. It is in a nifty sticker type of technology that you wear. So I call it wearable technology. So it sounds good now. It sounds like, people hear it for the first time and they, yung sinasabi ko kanina, hook. Yung merong attention grabber, what do you mean by wearable technology? Sometimes you can start it off also. Have you heard about wearable technology? Is that like smartphones or no? Well, you don't wear a phone, but you wear a Apple Watch, diba? And that's technology. So an Apple Watch is a wearable technology. Sa Amerika, may mga smart jackets na rin sila doon. And you wear that, right? Meron din silang mga high-tech na mga Nike sneakers that tracks their speed, that tracks their heartbeat, and it's synchronized to an app on the smartwatch. Both are wearable technologies. So our stickers or our technology, our patches are wearable technologies. So do you know what happens to our bodies when we go under the sun? Oh, alam ko. So ngayon alam mo na, kung alam pala niya na, alam ko. Kasi di ba sabi ng doctor, magpa-araw ka kasi mag-generate yung katawan mo ng vitamin D. At least you know that part, you don't have to explain anymore. Kasi alam pala niya yun di ba? Kaysa uumpisahan mo, alam mo ba na pag nagpa-araw ka, may vitamin D yung nag-generate ng vitamin D? Alam ko. Di ba? Parang walang dating. But when you know that they know, you skip that part and you make them feel good. Oh, you're right. Alam mo rin pala, that's very good. No? So have you ever had a suntan? Why? Kasi gusto kong mag-darken yung skin ko. Yeah. How does it happen? Magpapaaraw ako. So that part you can already assess the person knows this part so we can move forward. So you know our bodies emit light too. Probably not too many people know about it, right? But yes, our bodies emit light. That's why when we go behind that X-ray slate, pag kinunan ka ng parang pinicturean yung upper part ng katawan mo, paglabas niya kita na yung mga ribs mo, lungs mo, di ba? Kung ano-ano mga makikita ng doctors doon. Because our bodies also respond to the X-ray. And for high-tech steel military planes, they can see people in the dark. They can attack their enemies in the dark. They can shoot them in the dark. Those are because our bodies also emit light. And some religions also believe na pagka tayo ay lumisan, meron daw ilaw na nagdi-depart or separate sa ating bodily structure. So our bodies emit light. In short, it does. Okay, and that's energy. So how do you feel if ancient principles we're trying to say here now, bring in now the ancient principles of acupuncture? So how do you feel if ancient principles are fused with modern technology to support health and wellness? Without even saying that how our patches or our technology works, we want to know how they feel. Do they believe in ancient principles or Eastern medicine? Some people, magaling yan, yung mga acupuncture. I believe in those. Wow, may 50% ka na. Do you believe in Western modern technology? Yung mga nanotechnology, puro yan Western. Oh yeah, they're very good. They're the best in the world. Okay, what if we fuse them together, merge them together, make them as one? Uy, galing ah. So kagad-agad na tayo merong ganong klaseng impression, excited pa sila. Without us selling anything, telling who we are, saying what company we represent. Ito lahat generic na to. We're building it up. So what if the doctor can lessen or take you off medicine? Who likes to go to the doctor? Who likes to take in medicine? Ang pinakamahirap sa lahat ay magpainom ng gamot sa tao, even if they know that they need it. No? Much more for some of our peers who are doing network marketing in the sphere of supplementation. medyo mahirap yon, no? It's a very dragging business because ang hirap talaga mag-convince sa tao, lalo kung hindi ka pa naman doktor. But we do not need to be doctors here in our company now. We just have to be a friend. We just have to be a good educator, efficient communicator, and it takes the burden and simplifies everything else. So what would you do with an opportunity which pays you repeatedly each time you connect to the company? How would you like to be paid by the very vitamins that you buy every month? Di ba? May konting discounts sa healthy option, pinapatulan natin yan. When we use our credit card, dati meron kang 100 peso voucher for every 2,000 ata na spent mo on your SM or credit card, or no, I think there was a Metrobank card or BDO, one of those two. I think I think more of BDO kasi SM, no? So they give you 100 peso worth na gift voucher which you can use to watch a movie. So in short, when you consume, may rewards, no? Accumulating points, a gas station, etc. So it's the basic thing that we do. If you like the products that we have, the technology that we have, and 90% of the time they work, you would like to get your hands on them regularly. You would like to share it also with friends as a good Samaritan. But every time you do that, you share it to other people and other people buy it, you earn something. Would you like that? Siyempre naman, di ba? So there's an opportunity, an optional opportunity tied to this technology. It's like, I'm a sucker for Apple or Samsung. So lahat ng produkto ng Apple or Samsung, whenever they upgrade, bumibili ka. But what if I can also sell Macs or Samsung Notes or Samsung whatever tablets? Kung babayaran ka, siguro tuwan-tuwa ka na nga sa produkto, tapos makakabenta ka pa para ka ng naging franchisor. No? Would you like that? It's possible with us. So we're going to work on a 2-in-1 objective right now. So obviously we have a technology for pain. So how do you connect to people when you want to introduce the Ice Wave or the Aeon or the X39? But basically this is for the Ice Wave. No? So let's frame it muna for the Ice Wave. For the Ice Wave. So gusto ko ngayon i-allocate Miss Beth yung Ice Wave kasi sabi ni Miss Beth sa akin, may nararamdaman siyang back pain, hindi daw makuha ng painkillers or bumabalik. And ang objective ko, gusto ko siyang matulungan. I want her to know that you don't have to be a slave of opioids or painkillers. That is another way. But you have to try it. The only way to know, find out, to discover is when you try it. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I show you, the testimonials and all, if you do not experience it yourself. Because the most important story is your own story. So how do I break it in? Siyempre, tanungin muna kita, are you in pain? Who do you know with pain problems? Kung sabi niya, wala akong nararamdamang pain, I'm okay. So who do you know with pain problems? Oh, my friend, may kumare, may kamadyo o kagolf, masakit yung likod niya. Okay. Do you want to do something about it, whether it's for yourself or for that person? When you say, ikaw wala kang pain, pero yung friend mo may pain. Do you want to do something for her, for him? Do you want to help that person? Diba itong mga tanong na to, alam na natin isasagot nila, yes. So yun sabi ko kanina na pre-wired na yan. So these are leading questions because we want to get them to this destination, not for them to try it. So do you prefer painkillers or a non-drug solution? What do you mean by a non-drug solution? Oh, meron akong technology na alam and I've been using it. I have also shown it to some of my friends and they have very good results. And I'd like you to know that it's available only through me. So kung gusto mo, we can talk about it. So you ask for permission. Sabi niya, sige, go ahead. Diba? So yung flow, are you in pain? Yes. No. So if no, so who do you know with pain problems? Who among your friends or your relatives or somebody dear to you or your staff have pain problems? Si ganon, si ganon, si ganon. Do you want to help them? Yeah, of course. So do you prefer painkillers to help them out with, or magpapainom ka ng gamot? Ay, hindi naman ako marunong dyan, mga doktor. What if it's sila mismo? Ikaw, gusto mo bang painkiller o gusto mo non-drug solution? Siyempre, gusto ko non-drug solution para hindi tamaan yung organs. Then, you show the ice wave. Then, you start talking about it, yung basic lang, that it helps people with pain almost instantly. And they ask questions, you answer, they ask questions, you answer, they ask a question, a follow-up question. You are about to answer, they have a third question. So interesado na sila, matanong na sila. And that is because now you have positioned yourself with wise questions, with timely questions, with the right flow. Hindi ka na ngayon, alam mo may gusto ko ipakita, you have to try this ganon para kang ahente. This time, they keep asking you, ikaw na yung consultant. So ngayon, stress-free ka na. Kasi nga, hindi ka na ngayon mag-iisip paano mo sasabihin sa kanila kasi sila na yung nagtatanong. And we want to achieve that kind of perspective from their point of view na maaasahan tayo and we can help them. Later na yung kung ano man yung kasunod pa niyan. So, kung wala siyang pain talaga, wala siyang kilalang may pain, who escapes stress, especially during this time of the pandemic. Everybody's stressed out with different concerns. How their children will go to school, yung quality ng education ng mga anak nila, negosyo nila, pabagsak na o nagsara na, cannot sustain after another lockdown, losing money, 13th month pay coming up very soon. You know, you're a salesperson selling health cards, insurance, real estate cars, you have no quota. So everybody's under stress. Tapos na ECQ lugar mo, how do you pay for Meralco bills, etc., etc. So are you experiencing stress? We know a great majority would say yes. So anong sanhi? Bakit? What causes your stress? Okay. So they talk about what causes their stress. Kasi kulang kita ko, most of the time it's gonna be related to money. So, does it affect your life and the people around you? Well, it's a stupid question, but we want them to realize this. So, does it affect your life? Kasi unang-una, baka naman may stress siya pero may pera siya pero may stress pa rin siya. Nag-overthink. So, does it affect your life and the people around you? Nababad trip na ba asawa mo sa'yo? Mga anak mo, nasisigawan mo ba? Pati yung mga house help mo, nagsisilayasa kasi napapagalitan mo nang wala namang kasalanan. So, it may be a effect of your stress. So is it aggravating your health issues? How's your blood pressure? Your diabetes, lumalala ba? Because you let stress rule your life. Do you prefer to take calming medicines or a non-drug option? So dito na tayo papasok. Instead of opioids and painkillers this time, would you like to replace medicines, over-the-counter medicines or prescribed medicines with a non-drug option? Of course, papasok na ngayon how you deliver and how you understand AON. So if there's a market for helping people de-stress, because we know that the entire planet is in a state of stress, some in a state of advanced stress, which is called depression. And do you see yourself in business? Do you see a market for this? So for people who are suffering from financial stress, so there's a way for you to stand up again or have a crutch to augment your current income with additional funds. Excess baggage leads to advanced aging. And of course, we ask questions like, do you know anyone who is overweight, obese, or needs to lose weight? Well, it's a epidemic, no, na ganitong situation for a long time. I saw a picture of a beach in the U.S., which was taken around the 70s. Not a single body there had bulging tummies or big legs or flabby skin. Lahat sila maganda pangangatawan nila. So what happened? It was the advent of fast food, no? Yung mga mabilisan na because people get busy and people have no time to prepare for healthier meals, and therefore yun ang naging resulta. So marami ngayong mga problems, no? Cancer, diabetes, hypertension, name it. Ito yung mga current problems, no? Top 10. Yan yung mga makikita yung mga health concerns has something to do with being overweight. And do you know people who are having episodes of hot flashes? May mga kilala ka na mga premenstrual na mga women. And I think it also works for men, no? Yung mga pre-andropause na ganun din, na may mga outrage moments, no? At natawag nilang kasi tumatanda na raw. Baka ito nga yung mga effects ng menstruation na magme-menopause na at mag-andropause na. So, would you know anyone who have thyroid, liver, pancreas, kidney, thalamus, gut concerns? Yung mga nakikita sa mga blood tests, nagtitake na sila ng maintenance, no? Because may mga tama na sa mga organs na to. So, do you know people, or are there people in your circle who do not like gyms, don't have the time, or cannot perform strenuous exercises? May mga kilala ka bang ganon? Are you one of them, by the way? So would you rather take slimming pills or have non-drug technology which helps burn 500 to 600 calories daily effortlessly by default? So ito mga ganitong tanong, of course, pertains to our SP6 complete patch technology. The one in the middle can also be for energy enhancer. So without saying or pulling out a sleeve of our patches and showing them like a salesperson would do what it does, what it can do for them, we ask them questions that they will admit to or they will reveal, and we understand them. And then when we understand them, they feel that as well. And we position that we have a solution and they want to be informed. So they're curious. So now, instead of being a salesman, I am now a consultant, or maybe if you like me, maybe I'm on the way to becoming a friend, you will trust me more, right? And I will have that X factor over another LifeWave distributor who just simply pulls out an envelope and shows you, this SP6 complete, this is what it can do. Iba yung sila yung nagsabi, I need this, and I have that. How about energy? If you had access to a human power bank product or technology without having to drink deadly energy drinks, is this something you'd like to know more of? Kung yung mga batteries natin, hindi natin inahayaan mag-lowbat, no? Bad trip yan pag naglo-lowbat yan. Kasi nga, practically our lives revolve around the technology of mobile phones. Why would we allow our bodies to be on lowbat? So most people, especially those in their 40s and above, have poor blood works. If there was a way to help them improve the results, with an Olympic standard technology at their fingertips, would you want some for yourself? Pag hinimay natin to, yung words na most in people, this two-word phrase, most people, sends a message to them that it's a common acceptance already. Marami na ang gumagamit o nakakaintindi o nakakaalam, most people. Tapos especially, so ngayon, dinadissect natin those in their 40s up. So kung kakausapin mo, 40s and above, they know indirectly that he or she belongs in this category. So most people in your age category have poor blood works or compromised kung hindi pa naman poor, compromised blood works. So medyo nasa borderline na, medyo lumalampas na, baka sakali makuha pa sa gamot, baka sakali hindi pa kailangan ng gamot, nandun pa sa part na yon. So if there was a way, so we're not pushing it down their throats. We want them to accept what we say as a gospel truth because we want them to agree. So if there was a way to help them improve, not change, but improve the results with an Olympic standard technology, a bit of a name drop, a bit of a backup na kung tinatanggap nga ng Olympics to, technology na to, it must be good because Olympics is worldwide, it's global. It's been around for over 100 years and they're accepting what you have, this kind of technology that you're saying, and it's at your fingertips. So why would I not want it? Because I don't know where to get it, how to get it. But it's on my fingertips na pala. Now the question is, this is the final hook. Would you want some for yourself? Of course, I like to want some. Most people say lang naman they want things but they don't want to pay for it. Yun ang problema. So that's another way of telling them about the business, how they could get it for free. Now, if they decide to do that without further digging into their already butas na bulsa, would you want some for yourself? Pag may pera, wala nang pag-uusapan, then you can try it because there's a money back guarantee anyway. Pag walang pera, we can help you raise funds. I have some ideas. I'm not going to give you money, but I have some ideas or recommendations how some of my other friends, I'm not saying it should be you, I say some of my other friends have already done it and they're now enjoying the product free or making some side hustle money with it. So ito naman, isa na namang technology natin, it's called the Carnosine. No, it's all about brainy matters. So more than ever, an increased incidence of parents having children with Down syndrome, ADHD, or parents ganang-ganang, ano? So we deliver this kind of spiel. No? It's not asking questions. This is a little bit on the lecture side or yung mga did you know stuff. So we can only deliver these during coffee table talks. Yung uusap-usap tayo and I just want, people, lalo na kung may anak naman talaga yung kaibigan mo na special child, and we can deliver this line. No, but it's not a good opening line, but it is something that sustains curiosity or creates curiosity over a long time together, like coffee table talk. Kasi kung mabilisan lang, magsasalita ka ng ganito, no, I'm in a hurry right now, next time na, let's talk. Then it will not work. So, but we could use this. Have you heard of, by the way, pare, have you heard of telomeres? Most people don't know what telomeres are. So, pag alam naman niya, we can preserve them. What value would that be to you? Kung alam niya, kung anong telomeres. Pag hindi niya alam yung telomeres, then we have to explain what telomeres are. And for the information, since nandito tayo, telomeres are the cap-like ends, dulo ng ating chromosomes. A very easy analogy to understand yung ating sintas sa rubber shoes. May plastic sa dulo, di ba? Para ma-shoot natin yung sintas sa sinturera so that we can insert it and we can tie our shoes so we can use our shoes. But without the plastic cup, magbubuhol-buhol yung sintas at hindi natin ma-shoot yung sintas sa sinturera, masisira din yung shoelace. Now, the telomeres, pag wala na yung plastic cup sa dulo, it will go crazy. It will probably mutate into something we don't want. We want our telomeres to duplicate our chromosomes so that we could live a longer time. No? Now, our carnosine patch increases the telomeres length back. It cannot grow new telomeres, but it can preserve whatever is left in our bodies. So that's another topic. Produkto na yon. Pero I'm just saying lang, nag-grab ako ng attention yung telomeres, ginugulat ko siya para magtanong siya. So are you a gym buff? is controlling lactic acid buildup, muscle recovery, and overall athletic performance a priority. Madalas ka ba sa gym? Siyempre, buff no? Araw-araw ka ba nandoon sa loob ng gym? Now, if you are somebody here who goes to the gym like I did in the past, a common question is, ano ang i-workout mo today? So kung ako nagwe-weights ako, upper body, tomorrow I cannot do that. I have to let my body recover first, no, yung upper parts. But I can work on my bottom part, so legs, sa thighs, sa calf. So minsan yan ang mga tanungan. Anong i-workout mo ngayon? Kahapon nagbuhat ako eh. So ngayon, dito naman ako sa treadmill, cardio, ganun. So, but if you have a product like Carnosine, I can do weightlifting today and I can do that again tomorrow. Why? Because my muscle can recover very fast, more than just the normal or natural course of it. Especially when you're aging, you want your body to recover fast. So, Carnosine does that. Okay, lalo na kung may competition, kailangan araw-araw ka mag-workout ng katawan mo, and Carnosine will help. So we're building up the conversation for them to understand as well as to be curious about what your intentions are, because you want to help the person, because you know what the person told you and what the person lacks. So that's elevated blood sugar levels run your family. We make no medical claims. That's why I call it elevated blood sugar, but it's actually diabetes, right? Because Carnosine works also very well for people with that kind of problem, and I am one of them. Another technology that we have is the silent nights. Of course, it's all about sleep. So with the pandemic, may connection to sa stress. Do you rest well at night? Do you want to sleep well at night? Yung utak mo, hindi makapahinga. Katawan mo, patay na, pagod na. Pero yung utak mo, gising. So, it still counts as hindi ka pa rin tulog. So, you sleep very well. However, that person beside you snores so loud and keeps you awake all night. So, does your partner snore loud? So, ito yung mga questions without selling, right? We're asking, we're probing. What are you willing to pay for a great night's sleep? I mean, like 66% longer, deeper delta, not delta variant, delta state of sleep. Okay? Sa products na natin pag-usapan kung ano yung mga delta na yun. But deeper sleep. Hindi tulog, manok. Na konting ganyan, nagigising. Konting noise. Okay, what are you willing to pay? Why do I ask that? Because there are doctors now who help patients with sleep problems. No, sleep doctors. I don't know what you call them, but may mga ganon. So instead of paying a doctor or exposing yourself to going out and seeing a doctor, like there's a way. Yung mga ganun bitaw, yung mga ganon, minsan it comes with theatricals also. So are you aware of the many health problems associated with lack of quality slumber or sleep? Maraming problema ang lalabas pag kulang ka sa tulog. Not only diabetes, not only cancer, but it can also shorten your stay on planet Earth. So it's resorting to addicting opioids like painkillers or sleeping pills, the only solution there is that you know of. Baka naghahanap ka ng alternative. Yung hindi mo kailangan uminom, something that will damage your liver or your kidney. Of course, meron ka bang alam? Oo. Tapos huwag mo na ilabas yung envelope. Parang sa mga TV, di ba? Saan ka pupunta? Bibili na ako ng gano'n. Tapos may sabay tawa. Those commercials, ang gaganda, ang lalaki ng mga kumpanya, but they don't think of intelligent information drives. They do it like the masa thing. Don't bring out that envelope yet. Just tell them this will work without taking any supplements that you take right now. So they would like to hear that. So hindi ako iinom ng ano-ano na. Oo. Tapos anong gagawin? Didikit mo lang. Tapos your body emits light. Really? Yeah. Oo. and then it will activate the technology. Wow, it's a technology. Baka mahal yan. Unang-una, nothing on your liver, nothing on your kidney. How much is the liver and the kidney worth? Kung makahanap ka ng replacement, doon pa lang panalo na. But don't worry about that, because you don't even have to worry about the money that you will, let's say, lend us. Bakit lend? Kasi may money back eh. Should you decide to say that it doesn't work for you or you're not happy with it, we'll return your money. And that money that we're talking about is not even cash. It's credit card charges. So if you get your money, if you get your products now, your billing might be 6 weeks from now. No? Lalo na kung tinaon mo sa cut-off, 6 weeks from now. Oh, nagamit mo na yung produkto. Baka nga natuwa ka. Inalok mo pa nga sa mga kaibigan, and you made money. So wala kang money out. But if you say that it doesn't work for you, naubos mo pa lahat ng patches, simply send us a customer service email and we'll reverse your charges. So these are the things that will help people to decide now instead of later. How about immunity? What do you do to increase your internal defense against toxins, free radicals, foreign invaders, and of course, the COVID-19 virus, no? So sikat na si COVID-19 yun. So is your immunity just all about some supplements and face masks, a face shield, and some alcohol on your palms? Ganun lang ba? If there was another way to have an internal face mask, ako lang nag-isip nun. If there was a way that it was going to be an internal face mask, would you like to know more about it? If you can increase your master antioxidant levels by 300% more without outsourcing, meaning walang IV, walang supplements, and painlessly, right in the comfort of your home, would you do something about it? Would you like to try it? So Filipinos spend a lot or a fortune on supplements, on surgery like Vicibello and Kalayan, gadgets like, just to look younger. There was a old network marketing company I used to work with, and they're selling a lot of gadgets. And of course, the kill is on the refills. And it doesn't work overnight. So if you can achieve the same or better results without basic procedures or ingesting supplements that burdens your liver and kidneys, are you game? Is this something you would be worthwhile to you? Mga ganon, di ba? Do you agree that the immune system today is $1 trillion economy? Diba? Yung mga, well, to the common Juan de la Cruz and Uncle Joe, ang alam lang nila ngayon, those people who do not know about us will only know about the vaccines. And of course, the vaccines are now on another phase of booster shots, and that's more business. And they say now it's every 6 months. So that's a lot of business for them. So of course, in time, for those who believe or heard about what David Schmidt has discussed about vaccines, especially the mRNA, we don't know what's going to be, in store in the future. But if there was a way right now to trust your immune system and add layers and layers more of 20 to 30-year products, technologies that are backed up with abstracts, clinical data, would you want your hands on them? Stem cells. Do you agree that stem cells are the new frontier of regenerative medicine? Regenerative addresses degenerative conditions. Would you happen to have any idea regarding the cost of a single treatment? Kung alam mo na yung stem cells, you might know about stem cells, magkano kaya alam mo? Mahal yan, hundreds of thousands to millions, and it's not even a one-time fix. Some people will develop blindness. Some people will cause it to be fatal for them. Some people will just pay the money and never experienced any noticeable effect. So have you heard of people experiencing complications, going blind, or even died from it? So we ask some disturbing questions, not to scare them, but to make them realize that there's something affordable, portable, something you can do at home, something you can share with friends. And if you don't like it, it pays you back your money. Have you heard that stem cells can be reactivated without, requiring or having injections or swallowing unproven, unapproved pills? There's a company here in the Philippines operating um, with a deer placenta as its core. You may know it, but I'm not going to name them. But would you seriously take something from deers and hope that your human setup will conform to the perceived benefits? But kung wala lang sana tayo, kung wala lang sanang LifeWave, maybe it makes sense, right? But if there's something that will not entail you to taking something into your body, it's pretty much like if you can do away with the vaccines, why not, diba? Sana mamatay na lang yung virus kung pwedeng ganun lang, so we don't have to take the vaccines. So what's more, if you are given zero risk to try it for 90 days, would you take it now? So at this point, one or more of those na na-discuss natin, probably you're discussing it right now, kung ano yung mga nagagawa ng mga technologies natin, the X39 and the variants. Okay, I wish I could say I could share with you what the X49 can do, because I already know a little bit about it. But I'm just going to say that the X49, which is coming out in November, hopefully meron na sa Pilipinas. Hopefully it's being FDA approved anytime now so that we can sell it in the Philippines. But what I'm saying is the X39 and the X49 will elevate your experience as far as stem cells is concerned. So ngayon, tatanungin natin mga tao na, wala akong pera, I'll think about it, kulang pera ko, walang budget, etc. And some people who would say, oh, I want to make money. How can I sell that also? Can I, franchise? Yeah. So which one is for you? Ito yung mga tao na ito yung mga tao na gusto ng negosyo. Yung mga kanina, pwede mo nang pasalamatan, tapusin na natin ang enrollment kung bibili sila or they want to try it. No? Hanggang doon lang sila. But some people will say, I know a lot of people who I can share this to. So would you like to make money? So okay, which one is you? Well, I would like to try one sleeve, 30 pieces, some or all variants. I want to try combinations. I'm not interested with any. I would like, so alin ka doon? I would like to try a side business. Possible, magkaroon ako ng extra $100, 5,000 pesos to $500 per month. I need to build extra funds. More than, mahigit pa sa 25,000 ang ating requirements kailangan ko. So it will make me, it will make it fruitful or worthwhile for me if I can earn more than 25,000. Yeah, pwede rin kasi yun. Or I want something more than 50,000 a month pesos. No? I want a legacy income, which will pay me repeatedly. I want to commit to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do it consistently. Focusing with the intent, importante intent, hindi by accident. I want it with an intent to build a nationwide to global business franchising. I want it to be an empire. I want it to pay me repeatedly. So dito, siguro mag-umpisa muna ako sa kasi some people cannot think that far or that big. Some people say, kung 5,000 lang ko isang buwan nito, saya ko na, ang sarap na nun. Can you help me? Okay. For people with that kind of statements, answers, this is what we do. So we teach them how to buy it low and then sell it high so they can earn profit. Online sales sila, pero hindi online na Lazada, mga bawal yon, mga Amazon. When I say online, sila mismo yung online seller. They go live. So they want to earn profits or they go out face-to-face. Pwede naman na. With caution. So register people so they can own their patches at distributor's price. So we're going to teach them how to earn profits or how to earn commissions. Then we simply refer them back to their sponsors. Please go back to your sponsor to assist you. Ask them to teach you how to make money here by retailing or commissions. 5,000, 20,000, and congratulations in advance. For people, and thank them for the time. For people who want more, 25,000 to 5,000, baka may gustong hulugan na sasakyan, o baka may pinaaral, kulang talaga yung 5 to 10,000, so 5 to 25,000, gusto nila 25,000 and more. And you know, if you can get a lot of people to register or build this kind of income, a lot of people will be working hybrid or probably leave their jobs now. So they don't have to suffer going, making pila for public transport and rush hours and stuff like that. So, register people at gold. So we want to register these people at gold because they want to do the business. And a minimum requirement to do the business here is to be at gold and above to get paid built-in commissions. So work with 25 to 100 partners. Oh, please mute that person who probably is having lunch now. Oh, so that's Marie. Okay, mute lang, Marie. So work with 25 to 100 partners now. Who needs to earn 5,000 to 10 to 20,000. These people who want to earn 5 to 20,000, marami yan. Yung cumulative nila na volume will help you reach 25,000 to 50,000 monthly. And do not forget to sponsor. Once you become a sponsor, keep doing it for the marathon. Keep sponsoring, keep sponsoring, keep sponsoring. A lot of people fall into the pitfall, when they sponsor 5 or 10 people, and suddenly 1 or 2 persons from those 5 to 10 people that they initially sponsored intended to do the business, you help those 1 or 2 persons, but don't be like a manager. Kasi nangyari, nakahanap ka ng 1-2 tao na gusto mag-business, yun na lang ang tinutukan mo. So now you have shifted from becoming a sponsor to becoming a manager. Minamanage ko na yung dalawang yan ang ginagawa kong workhorse. Hindi dapat ganon. You help them so that they can also help others. You're helping them to help others. Okay, great. So anyway, okay. So yun, yung as we see, ano na ako? Struck. Oh, okay. So we help our partners who want to do the business. And then we continue sponsoring. So 100% sponsoring in the beginning. Nakahanap ka ng 1 or 2 people who are going to do the business with you. You give them 50% of your time. And the other 50% still sponsor people. Then one day, yung 50% mo sa first 2 persons mo, marunong na rin sila. So they will just ask you now, time and again, to help them, to be a guest, or to ask you some questions that they probably will encounter for the first time. As you can free that time now to go and flow it back to the 50% na natira and bring it back to maybe 80%. Yung 20%, hindi mo let go yung mga nauna mong nagbi-business because somewhere they still need you. So now you have 80% again of your time to sponsor more people, and then look for people who will join the first 2, and then look for more people again. That way, you grow the organization that's under you. Think like a CEO, all right? You make money from the people under you, not above you. So you earn overrides now from their purchases and time and effort. Ito yung 25 to 5,000, 50,000 peso monthly na profile. So we also show them a culture that helps to organize, invite, and lead 1 or 2 virtual meets weekly. So there comes a time when people need to graduate also to scale it up and become the presenter, and then help people also to present and then you become now another back to sponsor. Those people who have become presenters will also go back to becoming sponsors. So nagkakaroon ng snowball effect beneath you. That's how the flow or the cycle has to take place. So research, immerse, and acquire knowledge. Hindi lahat po nanggagaling sa upline or sponsor. Hindi lahat ng information nanggagaling doon. If you really like what you do, you will find a lot of information. In the beginning of my journey here in Lifeway, I thought that, I came from a skincare company which had, supplements, essential oils, epigenetic lines ng mga supplements, high-end mga skincare. I had to verse myself with those products until I did. And so it took a lot of my time. So transitioning here to a very simple, patch and stick and patch, stick and basta plug and play, parang ganon. Parang didikit mo lang tapos na, di ba? Maghihintay ka lang ng result. Parang sabi ko, marami ba ako matutunan? And I was very shocked to know that ang dami palang dapat maintindihan dito. But that's not to overwhelm anyone. It's just me, okay? It's my preference because I want to know more. But for most people, you don't need to be a master. You just need to start. You just need to want it, and your heart is in the right place that you really want to help people. So when you do that, it will show. If this is for you, you get in touch with your sponsor. So babalik mo rin. And of course, congratulate them and thank them. If you want to help people, or if people want you to show them how to build legacy residual income, this is a legacy company because this company is built to last. We're not even in the tip of the iceberg. We're still scratching the bottom part. Why? Because we're trying to build this company to $1 billion, and we are somewhere in the 300 million mark pa lang right now, despite the enormous growth of this company. The 300%, the 300 million revenues that we have currently was tripled in the last 2 years lang. So the official statement of the company is 483% growth in the last 2 years of Lifeway. So if we have that kind of trajectory working for us, siguro in 2 to 3 years we'll hit 1 billion or very close to 1 billion already. And $1 billion companies are like Amway and New Skin and Tupperware. These are very big companies, but they're old. And they have the same stuff also that one has, lalo na pag supplement line. Here we have domination. We have exclusivity. When you offer somebody a big franchise, let's say Vicky Bello, for skincare, or GNC for supplements, the first thing that they will ask you, exclusive ba kami? Gusto nila exclusive. They want it all for themselves. Like SM developed their SM bonus because they want some exclusivity. Now, you have exclusivity. We are only 8,400 distributors here in the Philippines as of the moment. There's 110 million Filipinos and growing. How big is your market when you spread out to 100 markets more? Laki, di ba? So hindi ka mauubusan talaga ng kausap, and legacy, residual income definitely is very, very possible. But first, you have to have a reason why you want to do it. Kasi every time you go on a low, kasi may roller coaster to, no? Mamaya masaya, mamaya ko disappointed ka, mamaya frustrated ka, sumuko, bukas happy ka na naman. The why is your compass. It's going to show you back to where you began, why you even started this. No? And you have to give it a commitment. Nothing big or significant ever happens by accident. There has to be a commitment. And you have to have the virtue of humility to admit when it's wrong, when you're wrong, to accept criticisms, and not to take it personally, but just to say there's a grain of salt, that it's really part of growing up and it's a work in progress thing. You have to have that at all times in your correct mindset. So you have to be accountable rather than keep pointing fingers and blaming others. It's learning how to become humble and to take responsibility and to just shorten the argument. Just take it to yourself. Ako na lang. No? Kasi hindi rin magkakaroon ng problema kung tama rin ang ginagawa ko 100%. You have to be consistent. When you have commitment, it's needless to say that you have to be consistent about it. Hindi bukas, next week, or may time. And action, of course, belittles, trumps knowledge to acquire knowledge, action to acquire knowledge, not to acquire knowledge, action, and skills and self-branding. You have to stand out. You have to have that X factor, not to showboat, not to be arrogant, but to show that what is possible, and to inspire duplication and mobilization. It's not only about duplication. Nag-duplicate nga, hindi naman gumalaw, wala rin kwenta. Dami mga managers, hindi naman, nag-duplicate nga, hindi naman gumagalaw. Why? Because probably as leaders or sponsors, we failed to show how it's done. And all we ever did was to, grandstand and show how good we are. And people feel that, magaling ka kasi, et cetera, et cetera. Kami, hindi namin kaya. So sayang naman yung mga nagra-rank. No? So we show them how it's done, how it can be done with them, and then they can show it also how it can be done with others. Because if you don't show them how it can be done with them, they can't show it to other people how it can be done. Then, duplication lang yan. And that's a myth. The most network marketing companies profess that, when you have duplication, you'll be a success. That's only 25%. The 75% is really the mobilization. Do these people really enjoy what they're doing? Ginagawa ba nila? Nagagawa ba nila? So, a personality upgrade or development worthy of leveling from a leader to a distributor to a leader of leaders. A lot of people are just leader of distributors. Marami lang silang downline. But to lead another leader who has the same vision, aligned vision with you, that is the main goal. Do you lead leaders or do you lead distributors? So the willingness and the willingly people demonstrates how to grow the business ethically without stepping on anybody else, doing it morally right, becoming visible by showing up. Not only pagka, meron akong bagong na sign up and then suddenly nandun sa Zoom. 1, 2 times, mainit. 3 times, wala na rin. And then, fade away. Bigla na naman, nagkaroon ng isa, dalawa, because that person's trying to stay in the game. Balik na naman sila sa Zoom. What I'm saying is, nung nawala siya sa Zoom, yung una niyang sponsor, dapat nandoon ka pa rin sa Zoom. And exclusively promoting LifeWave Tech, do not dabble into any other network marketing companies. Hindi rin maganda kasi magtataka yung tao, ano ka ba talaga? Yan ba talaga LifeWave ka? Or yung isa, nakikita ko rin kasi nagpo-post ka din ng kape, etc. But if you, let's say you are a dentist and you're doing LifeWave, that's fine. Hindi naman magkaano yun, hindi naman parehas yun. So I'm a dentist and I also distribute LifeWave. I have a business, I have a restaurant, but I also distribute LifeWave. That's fine. So now I'm going to open up the floor. So kanina pa naman dapat open. So you can ask me questions now or you wanna talk to Jati. So please unmute everybody. Hello. Tao po. Jati, Anjanette, can you unmute?
Okay.
Ayun.
Again, welcome again. Good afternoon. And we would like to thank everyone for being here, although we're just 14 here. Some people have prior commitments, but basically, Frank, these are my core leaders here in Bacolod. The ones that you're seeing right now. And some of the Bacolod leaders have commitments. Mga asyendera kasi may mga ginagawa talaga, nag-aasikaso sa kanilang mga businesses, traditional businesses. But anyway, so as Frank said, the floor is now open for you to ask, based on his sharings with us right now, do you have other things that you would want to clarify to Frank? Okay?
Kat, I raised my hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Tanong mo na lang kasi hindi ko talaga nababasa habang salita ako. Para ako nagda-drive, I keep my eyes on the road.
Thank you very much, Frank. It's very enlightening and talagang napakaganda kasi hindi siya hard sell. At saka parang we come across with the desire to help more than just to earn. So that's really naman what we're trying to do, no? I have a personal question. You mentioned carnosine for diabetes. I too am diabetic. So how do I use carnosine with X39 and how often? Because I also enrolled sa patching protocol. Santa Banana, napakadaming ipapalagay na patches, Frank. parang nakakalula, no? So that is my question about the carnosine. And also another thing, yan sa patching protocol, lately there was an article that he said about using Aeon for sleep. Now he would put the Aeon at GV14 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, and at bedtime he will put it on the bro, and it really helped him. So 2 questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, yung una-una, yung patching protocol is not an authorized set of protocols. No, that is not corporate. Okay, that's not corporate. It is a independent venture of a person named Gabriel in something. His name is Gabriel. No, he's an Argentinian distributor, no, of LifeWave, and through the years he has collected a lot of testimonials, you know, to help him sell the opportunity as well. So ginawa niya, kinumpile niya yan, siguro tinanong niya bawat isa, saan mo dinikit, anong dinikit mo, etc. And based on his own understanding, he has also developed something like a recipe. No? Kung chef ka, he did his own recipe, so his own recommendations based on his understanding. And of course, he's doing it for the money because he's not a big distributor for LifeWave, so he has to find money somewhere else. And positioning as a guru like that sa patching protocol, of course, gives him revenues. But walang problema yan. Kasi there's another person who does that. But I would trust this person more. Her name is Dr. Karen Khan. No? Si Karen Khan is very knowledgeable, and she's a doctor and she's an acupuncturist. But this is not to take away anything from Gabriel because malaking tulong din si Gabriel. Why? Because yung sinasabi mo nag-enroll ka sa patching protocol, when you are really wanting to serve others and you have that kind of app in your phone or your tablet or your laptop, you have access to show people, okay, pag diabetes, these are recommendations or suggestions from this person, si Gabriel, who's been around for a long time. Para ka may memes, yung ano natin, yung binibili sa kung anong iinumin mo pag may trangkaso ka, di ba? May ganun sa bookstore dati, yung memes. So parang pinaka-memes natin to. It's also a conversational piece that we can show people. But all said, itong for diabetes, what we do lang kasi we simply follow the brochure. No? Just to keep it simple. So people will ask you, oh, meron din ang diabetes eh. So sasagot mo rin ulit. Now, we don't want to sound like experts. No? If you want some expert advice, there's another person here who can help this person. Si Chris de la Cruz, because he's so much into this already. Talagang tsaka si Chris marami natulungan talaga. So kay Chris, I would put my bet on Chris, no, because inaaral talaga niya. All things being equal, as I understand it, X39 is beneficial for people like us as well as carnosine. And if you understand that the reason why we also have this problem is that our pancreas is already compromised, then maybe it needs extra energy. So we can use the energy enhancer as well. Ang maganda kasi ito, maski mag-trial and error tayo o be creative, hindi makakasama. Hindi mo magawa yan sa medicine. Magkaroon ng reaction, di ba? Kung ano mangyari sa iyo. Pero dito sa patches, we can use up to 6 different patches at one time. So we can simply do the recording sa sulat lang natin sa papel. What we did today is like pretty much what you're consuming. Kung ganun ka metikuloso, you can do that. Another case of diabetic na story dito yung kay Peter Yu. Peter Yu is also diabetic. Of course, he's 80 plus, no? and he's trying to figure it out now, how he can get rid of his diabetic neuropathy. So magkakaroon siya ng numbness, no? Since we don't know, ako wala naman ako noon, I dare not make any medical claims or recommendations. Let him do it kasi he needs to do it anyway. Kasi nga siya yung may ganon. So when he finds out, that maybe he can share that with us. And I would say the best thing is that he use the X39 because of stem cells resetting or rebooting. He used the Carnosine because I heard it from the Mate that it helps people with blood sugar problems. Safe na tayo doon. Energy enhancer, gamitin mo yun kasi nga impaired na yung pancreas natin. Gamitin mo yung Aeon kasi definitely we have problems with inflammation going on inside the body. Gamitin mo din yung glutathione kasi nga yung glutathione takes care of our immune system, and people with diabetes are also found to be deficient in glutathione levels. Of these, 6 na yan. Yung SP6, one of the organs it helps is the pancreas. So if you mix and match it, pwede naman use some in the morning, some at night. Pinakamaganda, wala kang budget problems, you can use all. Pero kung may budget problems, you just really have to be patient. After all, this is not medicine. It will really take time. And but what my kumpare is also diabetic. He used the Carnosine and the X39. He is a person who is a cynic. Kahit ano mo sabihin, hindi talaga yung bibili. And then I was able, through time, convert that person into a skeptic. So from the downgrade to yung cynical niya na attitude to a skeptic, and he finally bought it, basically because of the money back guarantee. Ayaw niya mapasubo. Ako din, ayaw ko din magkaroon ng kaaway sa huli, lalo na he's my best friend. So meron akong plan B. Kung ayaw mo, sulat tayo sa customer service, solid na lang natin yung pera mo para wala tayong pinag-usapan. And now he says he's getting more energy and the Carnosine is helping him so well. Do you take Pamela? Do you take copper supplement?
No, I don't.
If you don't, then there's another area you have to look into, because the X39 will help you elevate your stem cells by activating copper peptide. And your body has that peptide but doesn't have the copper. Unless you consume enough copper from nuts, from broccoli, from meat, then you need supplementation. So I would suggest that you buy from healthy options. Meron doon chelated copper. The brand is SOLGAR, Solgar. Okay, Solgar brand. Marami namang brand ng copper, but that is what David Schmidt is using, the Solgar brand. That's why kami lahat gumaya na lang din. So we buy Solgar brand, and it's around 700 pesos, under 700 pesos for around 2 or 3 months use. Okay,
That's great.
cheap.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
So try
Thank
the
you very
copper
much.
supplement.
Okay. May I encourage the rest of the participants to please join us in the question and answer portion. And if I may add to what Frank shared with you about diabetes, because I'm also DM type 2 Tita Pam. So what helped me somehow to regulate or control my sugar level? Actually, it's only in the last 2 weeks that I had this the spike in sugar because of lack of discipline in eating. Okay, I'm guilty as charged lately. But honestly, the one that helped me in the last 2 years to have a controlled sugar level is SP6, X39, and Carnosine. Yeah, these are the 3 that I've been using. But with Alavida also, I've realized Alavida is good. Because I was thinking it's only for the skin. No, it's not. Alavida is also good for diabetic people. And for another thing is, from what I've learned in the last almost 3 years, when you use the patching protocol, or when when you follow yung sa patching protocol community, wala namang hindi tatama or eksakto sa paggamit mo. But ang naging experience ko is, I've learned from what Gabriel said, you experiment because you know your body well. Kung saan yung pain, tapos lahat ng patches sinubukan ko, yung combination. So, na-identify ko kung what works for me or not. So, there's no hard rule or fast rule na, ito lang ang pwede sa sakit na to sa diabetes, o ito lang ang pwede sa sakit sa vertigo and all that. Because for some people, the combination patches will work, but for some other people, it will not. But in my case, I defy yung mga standard protocol ni Gabriel, because from my own experience, mix match ako eh. Sabi ko, try ko nga itong X39 and silent nights. Will it make me have better sleep or just pure silent nights? Or kaya pagka sobrang sakit ng vestibular migraine ko, kailangan bang combination ng X39 and Ion, or I just put energy ice weight sa temple ko? So, doon ko natutunan yung mga tama para sa katawan ko na marirelieve ako sa pain, or kaya makakatulog ako, or kaya maglo-lower ang sugar ko by experimenting. It involves creativity also, itong mga patches na to.
Yeah, creativity and of course common sense. No?
Yes.
Understand. If you understand it, yun lang, rest assured na walang mangyayari sa yung masama.
To add, alam mo na pa, ang na-realize ko, you don't treat the symptoms, go to the root cause. But some people would tell me, Jihad, ba't ganito, masakit ang ulo ko, nasusuka ako, masakit ang paa ko, ganun. Ang number one ko tinatanong, alam yan lahat ng leaders. Number one is, I'm asking, can you share with me your medical history? What is the latest results of your blood chem? Because me, I'm not a doctor, but I have been a patient long enough for 10 years. And I've had more than 22 ailments that coexisted with fibromyalgia. So, ang lagi niyong tatanungin, ano ang kanilang medical history? Kung sila ay nahihilo, nagpe-perspire, nasusuka, na ganon migraine, baka nag-hormonal imbalance na sila, because tinatanong ko rin, ano po ang age ninyo? You have to know, kasi there are specific age-related ailments or sicknesses na kahit na anong patch magagamit mo eh. And basically, ang number one kong sinasabi, you start with the 5 days detox cycle, because it will address na malinis muna yung katawan mo bago ka gumamit ng mga specific na patches. And if you, for cost consideration, kahit na isang patch lang gamitin mo isang araw, it will work. Once naka-detox ka na. Kasi you already open, yung opener na detox, you have already opened the path of energy, the meridian points. So, mag-i-effect na kahit na isang patch lang, isang araw ka. Promise.
Oo, kaysa wala. Diba? Kaysa wala.
Kaysa wala.
Kaysa wala. One is better than zero.
Yes.
So, anybody else who can help?
Yes. Any question or any clarification? Please feel free. It's your time now. Okay, Beth. Manager Beth Lim.
Thank you very much, Frank Tan. I really appreciate everything that you said. And I would like actually to digest everything that you talked about. Probably I would like to go over it every once in a while, as soon as we have them chat, especially about glutathione. But anyway, first, before I ask the question, I would like to share with Manang Pamela with regards to Ion. Last month, we were out on vacation with some friends, and I had a friend who could not sleep. And yes, I gave her Ion, and I asked her to put it right here in the middle of the eye row. And in 30 minutes, for 2 nights, in 30 minutes, she was asleep.
Lockdown.
Yes. So it worked. It really worked. No, anyway, Frank, if there were two patches, well, of course, X39 would be the first one. What would it be for you? What would you recommend? No, because there are some friends who don't really have anything, no medical, they just want to try. So if there were 2 patches, what would you recommend?
So, ano to, hindi kasali X39.
Mm.
You know what? That's a very interesting comment from you because that was actually volunteered by David Schmidt before. Sabi niya, before the X39 was born, it would have been the Aeon. Because Aeon will help with, conserving glutathione. No? Aeon will also help with inflammation as well. Of course, if you help people ease up on their inflammation, then of course you also help pain problems. No? So Aeon is if there's only one, but if it's going to be two, I'm gonna take in Alavida. That's why the Alavida in itself has its very own website. It's called www.myalavida.com. Sarili niyang yung website. Si X39 may sarili ding website before it was launched. It's still up. It's called www.lifewavex39.com. So silang dalawa may kanya-kanyang website. Yan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sige, I'm in the mood to spill the beans now. As a reward for everyone who's here today.
Yes.
But please, this is recorded. Can we just shut off the recording now? Wait, how do we end up the recording?
Maybe before you shut it off, let's just announce the winners, the raffle. Anjanette, can we raffle off the 2 winners now? Bago natin, para documented. Okay. The big tambiolo, shake it now, shake it. Everybody who's present except me and Frank, sinama namin. Oh, walang boses. Boses. No ear.
So sorry, hindi pala ako na-unmute.
And the winner is?
Our first winner is Hilda
Woo!
Mama.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Look,
Thank
you
you
just
for-
won one X39 by 10 courtesy of our Executive Director, Frank Tan. She's from Australia, Frank.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Next year, hopefully, makapunta. I have a friend there in Sydney and hindi lang kami natuloy because inabutan ng pandemic.
Frank, because she's in Australia, maybe you can send it sa sister na lang niya sa Bacolod. Okay, sa'yo?
I'm gonna do, ang usual ko ginagawa, after this, mamaya ko lalabas yan sa Zoom account ko yung recording. And then I'm gonna download that. After I download that, I upload that to my YouTube channel so that you can see other stuff pa doon sa playlist. Mamaya, I'll send you the link. I cannot send the file. Hindi marunong mag-send ng file na napakalaki.
A Dropbox. I've learned that sa Dropbox.
Sige, tapos, who's the second winner?
Okay, and our second winner is, let's see, it's Miss Susan Chai.
Naka-bless mo naman, Ma'am Susan.
Ito
Lagi
ba?
kang nananalo sa raffle. Hi, Ma'am Susan. Good morning. She's from Quezon City. And because I'm the one giving that prize to you, courtesy of yours truly. So I'll keep in touch with you, Ma'am Susan. Si Ma'am Susan, laging nananalo sa raffle. Grabe.
Not always naman. Not always.
From the start na nag-Cebu, tapos
Yeah.
webinars. I remember that. Anyway, you're so blessed. You're so blessed.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Welcome. So I'm gonna cut off the recording, okay? So hindi masyadong
Okay.
file and then we talk lang, ha?
Sure.
Ready?